I sit down for 5 minutes.
Yeah. It just kind of
Drains.
there's a
Yeah.
glaze that comes over.
Yeah.
my face.
If I don't stay after it. Trying to get away from this end of the table.
As you're slowly rotating out.
Yeah.
Okay. The best looking one, I gotta have the camera from the parade.
Yeah.
Right down at you.
That's why I'm always on the side.
That's not what I meant, Chuck.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
It's not just curdled, it's solid.
All right. That means it's good for you.
That's not creamer
No,
shot.
thank you.
Throw cheese in your coffee.
Like, going. This is gonna go in the trash.
It's actually a flag.
Thank you.
Oh, you said it, not me.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, he's doing it.
Hi, Dr. Morris, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad.
My kids.
Iris right there.
No, Mary.
Oh, Mary will be here.
He's laughing, and the nurse is laughing, and I am.
We love it. That's trapped. That's it. Feeling probably a little higher.
Mary. Oh, yeah, it.
Oh, it's great. You look across the highway.
It probably. Stuff, so it's like.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Monday.
Fun.
Absolutely.
But,
It is.
I'm going to call this meeting to order. Ira, I need to ask for your verbal consent for the waiver of the not having the 24 hours to announce this meeting. Can we have your verbal consent? Okay,
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so now I would just ask everyone to take a moment for a silent prayer or a moment of personal reflection. Lee, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible,
With liberty and justice. So I need a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Jim, and a second. Lee, thank you so much. Is there any discussion? Seeing none, I will call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. We're now to the communications and commendations part of our meeting. Doesn't look like we have any communications or commendations, so we'll move right on to our public comment. And do we have anybody who would like to speak? No? Okay, well then we'll move right on from that too as well. This is going to be a short meeting and that's awesome. So I don't see any discussion items. Do we have a board report? We don't have a board report. Kelly and I are attending the law conference on Thursday up in Rochester. We're excited. We just got all our materials and everything like that. So we're getting all prepared for that. I can't think of anything else at this point.
Should we talk about?
Oh, yes, we can talk about some committee assignments. So
Because I assume we'll be wanting to have committee meetings here. So
coming up here pretty quick, right? So I know that you've all got the email.
Do we have any scheduled for this month? 'Cause on this meeting's form, there's nothing listed, but did we have any on the last one? I can't.
we did, no.
So I did get that email as well.
Okay,
So I plugged the information into the board committee spreadsheet that I sent out to you. Assuming that we're going to continue to have the meetings at the same time that we did last year. So if everybody is in agreement, then I can send that out, but I did want to assume.
No, not yet. I think having a discussion in public
Okay.
session is
yeah, I think so too.
appropriate.
Yes. So, we'll start, I know that you all received the email. And we'll start with the audit and finance committee. At this point, we had Andrew as the chair and we had Jim and Lee on that committee. That's three. Did we want just three people on that committee? I know we
I think that's what we talked about.
that. You think that's enough?
I would volunteer to serve on that committee, please.
On the audit and finance?
Yes,
maybe
please.
more?
Yeah, I have no objection.
Okay.
Anybody?
Thank you.
What's that? Jim and Lee
And Ira.
and Ira, and then.
Thank you.
Okay. On the operations, we were hoping Julio is the chair, and I know I spoke with you and you said you're okay with that. We'll definitely assist you, with everything on that committee. We had Kelly, myself, and Dan. Is everybody okay with that? Does that sound possible? Possible? Okay. We know this is new for you, Lee and Dan, so, we'll get you acclimated to it. Buildings and grounds, we had Andrew as the chair. And Dan and Ira, again, that was three. We normally have four, but Jim,
You want to be on that?
would you like to be on that committee?
We could certainly have four.
Yes.
Sure.
Okay,
All right. You've had some experience.
yes,
So,
that's good. Some good things to know there. We also have a new committee this year that I'm personally pretty excited about, and that's the curriculum committee. Kelly's going to chair that. And on that committee is Ira, Lee, and myself. The district committee, or some of our district committees, the district engagement group, or DEG. I think we're looking to see if we can have our new superintendent help lead that group with the help and assistance of these three particular board members, Julio, Jim, and Kelly. Everyone in agreement with that? Anybody have any questions, concerns, thoughts? No? Okay.
I assume you're all saying yes, whose name's Kelly, Julio, and I forget the third. But assuming they're in, that's good.
Yeah, I was kind of quiet, but I think that, yeah. What was that? That's the district engagement group, the one that used to be the former tabs that we now have. Yeah, absolutely.
Unless you want to do both. You can also do that. That would put you on a few. Can't do it all. I understand.
We definitely understand that. Some of us would love to be on everything, but it does kind of take up some time. So is there somebody who would like to join the district engagement group, or we can leave it at 2 members at this point right now? Not.
Well, so
It
we had, it has changed over the course of this year, but what we will be doing in August specifically is the nominations that are coming in for the Leader of the Pack Award and the Teachers Award, the Brunch Board. We're going to be going through and choosing the winners. So that's like the primary focus would be to run those 2 programs. And then on top of that, we're going to try to find other maybe events or things that would just kind of help morale. It's more of a morale, you know, building, interacting with the OTA members and the OESPA members and other factors that we have.
Way to kind of hopefully bring our district together and celebrate some of the wonderful things that the people in our district are doing and that our entire district is doing, and that's a win for the kids all the way around. So
That'll be more of a discussion from the teacher.
and Julio,
Ready to go.
well,
We've been involved since.
and okay, but if you decide that it is too much or whatever, I can certainly always help out too as well. Okay, so that's fine too as well. So I don't want you to feel like you're like there's nobody that, no. Engagement is my middle name, so we're fine with that. So I do have you down on the DEI as well. We need somebody for the safety. Never done the safety, but I believe Ira, you've been on the safety committee, have you not?
I've been on all 3 of those for years, yes. Safety, health, technology.
Yeah, so there's
They're really good.
safety, health and wellness, and technology. So,
I'll do one of those 3.
all right. Which one
I'd
would
be
you?
comfortable with it. Health and wellness and technology as well.
Okay, all right. So Dan, maybe you do safety?
The other 2 I said.
Oh, okay.
I'll take safety.
Okay, you're gonna do safety. I'm sorry, I didn't catch that, sorry.
I'll take safety.
And then Dan, you'd like to do the health and wellness
Sure.
and technology?
I
Did you
think
say both of
either
them or
or.
just?
I can take one or not. I'd be happy to jump in at technology.
Okay.
I'll take health and wellness.
All right,
That works for me.
that's
In my
awesome.
wheel. All right.
And we'll plug into it. That's great. Thank you. And Cattaraugus County School Board's representative, Kelly, I know you wanted to, because Paul has normally been the representative and I've been an alternate numerous times. But you'd like to be the representative. I'll do the alternate with you. And that way then we can, you know, get that handled. That's pretty interesting. And
Yeah, I enjoyed the one.
Yeah. so
There's only 1 or 2, right?
there's a couple of them throughout the year, I think. Yeah,
I think a lot of them were honestly canceled last year.
yes, yeah.
I think maybe Paul went to one and then
There
I
was
went to
one in the
that he
fall.
wanted to go to.
Which
But
was the,
I
We're
think
all-
there was at least one other one that got canceled.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
Yeah, I remember seeing David Little speak.
Yeah, that was it. He was in the fall. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really good. He was,
Good events. We can attend whether we're representatives.
you can, absolutely. Any,
This is a
Dinners and
yes,
education.
unless it's a delegates meeting.
Yeah,
Yes,
I went to the delegate meeting.
yes. Yeah. Okay, that looks like we're good. Any questions before we move on?
Appreciate the conversation.
I appreciate the conversation too. Thank you. All right, that's awesome. I, at this point, do not have anything more to offer from the board. Except for I might just say, welcome, Dr.
Thank you.
Morris. We are so glad to have you here. So happy that you are on board with us. And we are really looking forward to this year with you, definitely. So, and we're looking forward to the retreat and all that we're going to accomplish. So this will be great. So, on that, yes, can we have a round of applause here?
Very
you.
excited to be here.
Oh, awesome. It's great. So I'll parlay that into your superintendent's report. I don't know if you've got anything you'd like to present.
I do not have anything I'm going to present tonight.
Okay,
I will for the audit,
absolutely.
and I will just say I'm very happy and privileged to be here, so thank you.
Thank you. All right, so I will move on to number 7. We have something that we need to remove from the table, which was the 2022-2023 coach appointments.
I apologize, I didn't put a resolution in there
I-
to remove it from.
So was it just me that was like, all of a sudden I was like,
Yeah, that's what
no,
it is.
there's
No, that was
nothing
me.
I need.
We have a motion.
We can wing it.
Yes, we can, absolutely. Can I have a motion? May I have a motion to remove these coaching appointments from the table?
I would make that motion to remove the coaching appointments for 22-23 from the table.
Thank you, Andrew and Jim, you will second, wonderful. Is there any discussion? Removing it, okay.
I apologize.
No, that's fine. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? All right, move that from the table. We'll move on to our new business. All right. So I need a motion to designate someone as our voting delegate for the annual business meeting that's held in October, will be October 29th, 2022.
Any volunteers?
First of all, who's going?
Yeah, correct.
Right, Dr. Morris is going.
We don't have, we don't have to decide that tonight, though, but.
I'm planning on.
Correct. I have your commitment.
I was
don't have any other.
considering. I'll let you
Okay.
Well,
I have to be the voting delegate for BOCES, and I don't think I could be the
No.
voting delegate for both. And I'm
right.
not sure if it's going to be virtual yet or in person, or if I'm going to go. But I agreed to be a placeholder for the time being.
So I did it the last 2 years that it was virtual.
Exciting.
Oh, yes, it was okay. It was fun. It was all right. And I know Paul did it 3 years ago when
You've
we
done
were,
it, Jim.
Yes.
and Jim
Jim
has
did
done
in
it.
New York.
Yes,
Do
so
they tell you ahead of time what we're voting on?
Yes, I'll send you the
you
information.
get all
when
of
it
that.
becomes available.
it's normally held at the end of the conference. So when we went as a group, we had to wait for Paul to complete it, right? When we were in Rochester, before we left.
The old days, it used to go like 16 hours long.
Yeah, they move it along. Yeah, don't scare her.
16 hours.
Oh my gosh,
Can we get some volunteers?
Who's gonna be the person who drives me home when I'm comatose?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it does, I won't lie to you, it does take some time. I mean, even as I did it virtually,
Paddle.
I think I was like 4 or 5 hours sitting there virtually. So it does, they have to go through all of it and entertain discussion and and all that kind of stuff. So, but it was very interesting to see them. So,
Do they have a date when they need to know delegates?
Not yet,
Not yet.
but as soon as that comes out, we already have our delegate selected.
And you want all too.
But I'm planning to be there, so I'm willing to do it. Since if I'm the only one who's actually going to definitely be there.
I'd like to make a motion to designate.
would
Kelly
you
as-
like to make
Yes,
that?
I would love to
motion,
make that
Andrew?
motion.
that.
Thanks.
Well, Julio got right in on that, didn't he?
If it goes past like 6 o'clock at night, do I get to stay in the hotel
Yeah,
overnight one more
exactly.
night?
Can you stay
So
out
that I
the
don't
dark?
have to drive home?
At least it's in Syracuse.
It's in
and not New York City.
Syracuse, that's right. I'm only just trying to decide because
It's only
this
3.5
is Lily's last year in soccer and it's always, the playoff games are always held right at that same time. And if it was her senior year, I might decide to, skip it, which I did when we were in Rochester. I did, but I don't know if I can make that decision this year. So, but yes, thanks, Kelly. And then if we need an alternate, we'll find somebody out there. All right, at least we have a delegate right now. Designate Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. And thank you. Is there any discussion on that I've already been discussing?
Are you supposed to speak at one of these?
I'm supposed to present at this one,
At this one?
at this particular.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. Kelly and I. will
Yeah.
represent.
And there'll probably be more of us.
And I did send out an email to the board just
You did,
asking
by the-
because they're going to open registration soon. And I just need to know so we can get the early bird and get
Yes.
housing because you know what happens.
I do. Yes. So I think you said you'd like to know by the 14th,
Correct.
which
July-
was,
July
which is
14th.
Thursday.
I'm actually staying there the month before.
So if there isn't any more discussion on that, I will call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? And that motion is carried. And now need a motion to designate a delegate and an alternate to the Allegheny Cattaraugus County School Board Association. Was that what we just did, or is that?
Right, but we have to.
I mean, we
take
just
it.
talked
Okay,
about it,
that's
but we have
okay.
to
That's
do
why I
that.
just wanted to make sure, because I had Cattaraugus, okay, so it is.
So Kelly and you then?
So I did, yes.
We gotta make it official.
Yeah, who wants to make that motion?
So moved.
Thank you, Jim. And thank you, Julio. I'm writing names in the wrong spots there. Is there any discussion? I think we already kind of covered that. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions?
Can I make a recommendation that the school year be changed from 21-22 to 22-23,
I think
please?
that's a good recommendation
I
there.
apologize.
Thank you.
You're so quick to follow.
Yeah, really? What was last year? We're off that. Okay, everybody's okay with that change, I think. So thank you. All right. We have a couple contracts. The first one is for our business administrator, Mrs. Bellotta. May I have a motion? Thank you, Jim.
I'll second.
Thank you, Andrew. Is there any discussion? Everybody okay now?
So I do have one question, I guess, between the two contracts. I know they're different. They're still slightly different, and I don't know if we have a reason why, but this sick bank has not changed in Jenny's. It's still referencing Colleen Taggerty.
Yes.
And then, unless I missed it, Aaron's doesn't reference a sick bank at all.
No.
So I
No,
don't want to hold this up.
it
I'm
shouldn't-
happy to vote on them, but I would recommend that if they are both able to get the sick bank, that it be in both contracts and be the same language in both. And we're not gonna have, unfortunately, both contracts up again the next time we have one of these contracts in front of us, so I'd really like to have them match. I thought they were going to,
Yeah, I thought that's what we were going to make the
but
change
I
on.
realized we also moved this meeting up
We
a
did,
lot
we did,
sooner.
so we
and
haven't
didn't have
really had
whole
a
lot of time to
chance.
work on it.
So I think that we talked about, it may be just saying, that because I think that the attorney said that we wanted to leave that language in there, just so that we know how it was created. So,
But shouldn't the language say
yes,
was created?
yes, I think
not
that it
will
should.
Be created.
Yes, upon the retirement of Colleen Taggarty.
A
Well,
sick
she's-
bank was.
Yeah, a sick bank, at her, retirement or whatever, yes, a sick bank was created. It's the wording that's holding us up. And then if we're going to have that in there, and that's important to have in there, the attorneys thought that it was,
Then
according
it
to our
should
interim,
be in both.
then why not have it in
And
both?
in hers, it says that you have access to a sick bank that is available for the superintendent, the human
Unless-
resources director, and the business administrator. And then in Erin's, unless I'm totally mistaken, I don't remember seeing anything about a sick bank being available to you at all. So,
Yeah. I believe the original contracts were entered into separately and at different points. And I listened to my lawyers who were saying these are good to go and are needed words.
But the wording is.
No, I think that the ability for the school district to have a sick bank for these employees is established by a New York State statute.
so it's
So-
a contract.
So at that point, it's governed by the board. And only the board can change the sick bank that's available to these employees, from the way I read it.
So it doesn't need to be in a
Doesn't
contract that he
right.
has it available.
Right.
It's redundant. So, okay.
And we don't need to have it in there how it was created, but we do need to have it in Jenny's.
I would leave it because it was in there originally.
And somehow. we
But
must
at
have
some
removed
point,
it.
really, it should be pulled out of the contract and the sick bank should be governed by the district.
Right,
So maybe at some point in the future, we should establish that a policy to
okay,
manage that sick bank. And that way we don't have to have it in the contracts in the future.
yeah, I mean, we didn't want to hold it up from
No,
being
I
approved.
don't-
We didn't want
I
to
just
last time, we just wanted to.
Didn't
set it
know
up with it.
why it was in one, not in the other, why we have to leave this wording, we don't have it at all.
Yeah, I think that the fact that it was established by a former superintendent at the time that it was established, and maybe there wasn't the correct language out there to continue it. Putting it in her.
And when I think about it, I just wonder, I mean, Erin's contract was created before,
Right,
and Dr. Taggarty, I don't know, was she here at the time? But it's not in his contract, but then it is in Jenny's, who never worked under Dr.
right,
Taggarty.
but it was, the
So-
sick bank was established when Dr. Taylor retired, so Aaron was already under contract, so it wouldn't have been in his at all.
All right,
Thank you, Andrew.
yes, thank you, Andrew, that does help a little bit with understanding.
Yeah,
It
that's right.
doesn't change
I
anything, so it's fine. Hopefully somebody remembers about that, but maybe we should talk about that sick bank and the policy and get that kind of straightened out a little bit more than, because 4 or 5 years from now. we might not. So, is there any other discussion on that? If there isn't, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor? Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, that motion is carried. Thank you. And now I will entertain a motion for the Director of Human Resources contract.
So moved.
Thank you, Andrew.
Second,
Thank you, Kelly. Any discussion on this?
I just want to be clear. I sought clarification because the contract seemed open-ended with no end date. That Dr. Gillen told me it is a one-year contract. And so I think that's important to note. That's their understanding.
Yes. Thank you, Myra. Is there any other discussion? All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. Now we're looking, I'm looking for a motion to create three.
We would like to withdraw.
Oh, you would? Okay. So we're kind of amending the agenda then? Or need to do anything else with that then? We need to amend the agenda. So Jim, are you okay with us amending to withdraw letter E at this point? And Lee, you seconded it. Are you okay with that then? All right, okay, so yes. Okay. Well, then we'll move on to letter F, which I need a motion to authorize Karen Odell as a guidance counselor to work 10 hours during the summer. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Kelly. Any discussion? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. And now we're on to personnel. I need a motion to approve now the attached, since we've taken it off the table, of coaching appointments for the 2022, 2023.
Since we removed it though, what we are voting on.
Yes.
And what were we removing?
The part,
We had,
no, this, it was tabled.
it was tabled from the
If-
last
if
meeting.
you table in the,
In the prior meeting.
In the prior meeting, we tabled it. And now
Now it's back.
we removed it from the table and now it's in as a, yeah.
Yeah, I did see the changes, but I didn't realize. I thought we were removing it again for some reason.
No.
Nope.
Not unless you're making a motion that we do, but
I'll make a motion.
No,
make a
I-
motion,
to
Andrew.
approve.
Thank you.
I wasn't sure, I wasn't understanding why we would be taking it off the table.
Yeah, no, this is, now we're now going to, Andrew has made the motion. It's been seconded by Jim. Is there any discussion now on this motion? Great. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. I now need a motion upon the recommendation of Dr. Morris that we approve Rebecca Ahern as a teacher assistant. Ira, was it you?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Ira. And I need a second. Jim, thank you. Any discussion? All right, seeing none, I'll call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. I also need now a motion for Maria DeServo as a teacher assistant.
So moved.
And Julio, you'll second. Thank you. Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. I need a motion to amend the resignation date of Fawn Scott. We approved this last meeting. We're going to amend the date from July 1st to August 31st. And I have a motion to do that. Kelly, thank you. And a second? Lee, thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. And we now need a motion to appoint Molly Brown and Alyssa Lamb to the CPI trainer extracurricular positions at an annual stipend of $3,000 for this school year.
So moved.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Julio. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. I need a motion to approve Susan Faulkner as a cleaner. Thank you, Jim. I need a second. Thank you, Lee. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Motion is carried. I need a motion to approve Haley Broyles to an earth science position. We have a motion for that?
So moved.
Thank you, Andrew.
Second.
Thank you, Jim. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. I need a motion to approve Alyssa Sater to elementary teaching position 1 through 6.
Move.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Kelly. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. And I now need a motion for Jessica Myers to a special education position.
So moved.
Thank you, Andrew. Was that you, Lee? So, thank you. Any discussion?
You have certifications for COVID.
No, there's an emergency COVID certification out there. So if you don't have all of your stuff in, they've given us a little bit of time in which to get that in, since COVID has thrown us such a curveball in terms of everyone working in the state and getting everything out. So
I appreciate the fact that the resolution makes note of that.
yes, absolutely. Yes, that's definitely, that's important. So thank you.
Yes.
So, and she'll have a certain amount of time in which to get everything that she needs, so. And we'll be updated on that, yes, if she wasn't able to do that, that we would know what the next step would be, whether it's an extension or whatever we would do, so.
I just have a bookkeeping question.
Yeah.
The TBD
To
to
be
be determined?
determine what position, who she's replacing.
Yeah, I see we had one that had a name in it, and the other ones. are-
Well,
Jackie called.
yeah, and
No, and Rosegate.
Rose Gayton, yes, so maybe we don't know which positions or whose positions.
Oh, okay. There might
Is
be
that-
some jockeying
is that
around.
correct?
Sure, I got you.
We're gonna do some jockeying around there, so.
Like,
Okay, thank you. And, oh, wait a minute, did we all vote on that yet?
can you call the vote?
I
All
will.
right, thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. And I need a motion for a summer school appointment, Sydney Newbauer.
So moved.
Thanks,
Sec-
Jim.
Second.
Thank you, Andrew. Any discussion? Thank you for our summer workers. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? That motion is carried. I do want to just say one quick thing. Thank you to you for getting all these positions filled. That's important. I know we had a lot of them, and it's great to be making these appointments. Absolutely, absolutely. So I'm really so glad to see that.
But we should also say congratulations to these teachers.
And congratulations to them, yes, as well. Thank you. Yes, I'm glad to have those positions filled, and thank you to our people that are going to be filling them. That's wonderful.
Kelly, there's about 7 right now. Give or take.
So you can see there are informational items going forward. As you know, we will be canceling next week's meeting. This meeting is taking the place of that one for next week, and then we will look forward to convening on August 9th. So I guess, is there any reason for us to go into executive session?
No.
I would request that this be brief.
For,
That'd be
Yeah,
personnel.
Personnel, right?
Personnel.
Yeah, that's great.
I was not able to-
Yes, no, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you. So Dan
We're not
has,
inviting anybody, right?
Dan has moved it, and can I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Andrew.
We're not inviting anybody. Except,
Just Dr. Morris. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. So what time do I have?
5:39.
Is there any other discussion on that? No? All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, we will move into executive session. Take a minute before we move into it. That would be great.
Soccer moms.
Yes. I know we need to get-
Yeah,
Sorry,
I think
missed
we
like
have to-
10 to 15 minutes.
There's a recording or something that we need to stop? Right.